right, welcome back. We continue with our broadcasts, and we're hoping in this hour we're going to start crossing to the various provinces to get a sense of what's happening out there today, because it's a big day. 12-year journey to get through high school, and it came down to these results. 75.1%, that's the pass mark in terms of the national average. And there's differences between the provinces themselves, but we're going to be talking to my panelists, and also, as I said, going to the various centres across the country to find out what the mood is like on this, for many, this very Good Friday. But one student who you might have seen yesterday on the television when the announcement was being made is one of the top achievers. In fact, is the third top science student coming from the Western Cape. And I'd just like to say good morning to Erin Solomon. Thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on your achievement, the third top science student in the country. Tell us a little bit about science. I mean, what is it about it? Is it something that you naturally enjoy, or is it just that you're clever?
Well, I think I really am absolutely intrigued by science, and I think physical sciences as a subject specifically. I think because it gives such a unique, brilliant insight into the workings of really the entire world that surrounds all of us. And I think that is honestly so spectacular to learn about, and I think that drives my passion in the subject.
So you were reading much more than what was happening in class then?
I guess so, I guess so. And because you really can apply all of the principles and concepts that you learn throughout the syllabus to many, many real-life situations.
So we've been congratulating the teachers, congratulating the students themselves, but I guess part of that has to have been your parents. Did they help you on your journey?
I think definitely throughout my academic career, my parents have definitely played their role in supporting me. I think specifically for me, in the case of my additional language, Afrikaans, they've been an invaluable asset, I think, to me in my progress in the subject.
So what's your advice for the class of 2018? They're starting now, you know, and they've got this 12 months ahead of them, probably less than that. What's your advice so that they can be sitting where you're sitting this time, next year?
Well, I think that the work truly does have to start on day one. I think as soon as you enter the classroom, you have to have the passion and the determination to be willing to put in the effort, because it is only the diligence to work well throughout the year that will lead to true success, I think, at the very end.
All right, so apart from figuring out, because you're a science mind, apart from figuring out how to make it rain in the Western Cape, what are you going to be studying this year?
I think my career path choice might actually be a little unorthodox when it comes to many of my colleagues over here, but my burning passion has actually always been for architecture.
Wow.
So that actually incorporates more of my creative side to it as well. And so I intend to study a Bachelor of Architectural Studies at the University of Cape Town.
All right, so you'll be building all these beautiful green buildings. Congratulations once again on your achievement. Well done. And we wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much, Erin Solomon.
Thank you so much.
All right, so we've also been joined now by the MSc for Education in the province of Gauteng, Panyaza Lusufi, and he's in the audience now, and I'd like to get a microphone to him. He's sitting on the edge there. MEC, you've come second again, but your percentage didn't move. Your thoughts about your province's achievements this year?
Firstly, let me congratulate the Free State. We always say we've got a pact. As long as the other one is behind us, we are all fine. They know each other. So, but also to thank the National Department led by our Minister for the guidance, the support they've given us. We don't think that without their support we'd have achieved what we have achieved. And the provincial leadership, our Premier in particular, for the guidance. We have gone through serious economic stress as a province. You know, many learners prefer to come to our province. So with the economy performing the way it's performing, it becomes very difficult to keep up on the resource requirements and the number of teachers we need and all other related matters. So to achieve number 2 is a major achievement. Obviously, we want to go where everyone wants us to be, and we'll get there slowly but surely. And we're quite excited that we have made some drastic changes. We've introduced what we call schools of specialization, just taking the skills market, bringing it inside the classroom. We've also introduced ICT in all our no-fee paying schools. So to change that and still remain competitive, it remains a miracle. And for that, one is grateful. But Free State knows, Yamato Taipei.
Just before you give the microphone back, and you know, we've been talking about the inequality and differences amongst the provinces, but when you get to a province like Gauteng, you experience it all in one place, so that your percentage might be quite high, but actually in reality that there are parts of the province that are struggling. How are you managing to try and bridge this inequality and this challenge that we have seeing across the country?
The uniqueness of Gauteng is exciting, to be quite frank, Peter. You know, it's a competitive edge that if you look at, you might say it's a bad thing, but to us it's a good thing. Let me give you a practical example. We are the only province that provide all the languages, plus 5 unofficial languages. With all those languages, we have not performed less than 98%. So all African languages in Gauteng, we have performed more than 98%. Beating some of the provinces that specializes only in one language. And that is a uniqueness that we need to embrace and also utilize as a competitive edge that we can take advantage of. We have everyone that wants to come to Gauteng. So our inner city is very, very difficult. So you've got 5 unofficial languages that people demand they must be taught with that language. And we've also managed to excel with that component. So the nature of Gauteng is an opportunity that can ensure that we have that economic base, and we've got a skills base that we can broaden and ensure that we remain competitive above other provinces. But it comes with a price, as I said. It means that we must have a teacher for every language, must have a subject advisor for every language. So everything. While other provinces only have a subject advisor for, say, Sesotho, you have to have all other languages and ensure that to remain competitive. And for that, I think we are grateful. As I said, the support that we're getting from National Department in terms of the additional support, the digital programs that are giving us, the textbooks that are giving us, it shows that that partnership between provincial government and national government needs to be nurtured, because if we can't nurture it, there's no way that we can move. And the targets that we need to reach within the NDP and other related targets that we need as a sector. So one is quite thrilled and excited, even though disappointed that we are where we are. But you win some and lose some, and there must always be a win. And those that have won, give them support, give them guidance. And the good thing is that even if Free State has won, they still want to come to Gauteng and say, we want to learn from you. So I was saying to the MEC of Free State, I'm coming to Free State now. It must not be you coming to us, because you are copying good practice and you are clobbering us. So we must go to you so that we can also learn something. So we really want to thank even the Western Cape. I mean, we work very well with them, to be quite frank. So the 3 of us, even though people think that we are competing, but we are sharing skills, we are sharing ideas, which is very good, because we don't have to be selfish for our own province. We have to be selfish for the benefit of the country and our own children. Well, that's MEC, very, very important.
Congratulations and well done again for another sterling performance. Especially given the challenges that we're facing across the country. So that was the second best performing province, but we keep on saying that the best province in terms of results and national market and comparing to the other provinces is the Free State. And Tate Mekho is the man there. But to give us an idea of what's happening in the Free State this morning, I can only imagine there's a lot of excitement, and Palesa Mwete is there. Let's get an update from her now. Palesa?
Absolutely, Peter. There's a whole lot of excitement here in the Free State. Very visible, especially on social media, as we know that unlike in the past where matric results were mainly released through newspapers, right now you also have online results that are obtainable. So a lot of students are opting for that route, but as you pass shops from early this morning, you could see already students, or rather learners, gathering small amounts, to come and get their newspapers to see exactly how they've performed, whether they've managed to get their senior certificate. But yeah, as you've said, the Free State is once again on top, 89% again this year, with a slight drop, of course. But joining us to tell us exactly what is the secret here in the Free State Province is the HOD for Education, that is Thabo Mabogoane. Well done once again. Just take us through, what is the secret, Thabo Mabogoane?
There's no secret. I think, let me start off by saying good morning to you and wonderful viewers back at home. There is no secret to success. We know that to get to the top, there's no elevator to success. We need to take the stairs. So that's what we do very well in the Free State, but also understanding that education is a societal matter. It is a multi-stakeholder approach, making sure that we harvest all resources that we can get from the teaching platform, also to a sectoral platform and our stakeholders. So we don't have a secret. We have institutionalized performance. We have made sure that we galvanize the future for the learner, and we knuckle down and make sure that we hold everyone to account.
Now, HOD, you also said that right now, today, where we are, this is the event where the top 100 learners will basically receive recognition, and also they've got guaranteed bursaries. Just tell us, what is the price for being in the top 100 here in the Free State?
Well, the top 100 students already automatically they've got a bursary to study at any academic institution of their choice. But also it is important to say this is where we celebrate the creme de la creme of our top performers. We've got the gold schools, we've got a lot of 100% schools, and lo and behold, most of them come from your townships. And also we've got our silver schools. These are schools that got anything from 90% to 99%, when our gold schools are schools that got 100%. And we also have awards for teachers who did very well in history, accounting, maths and science, and also the actual schools that did well in maths and science. And the best district, as you know, we're number one and number two in terms of best performing districts in the country. Number one being Facilitator, number two being Thabo Mabogoane, and also the best municipality. Education is a societal matter. Our mayors, our speakers have played a pivotal role in making sure that we actually galvanize the future for the learner, give them focused support. We help them to actually achieve beyond the limits of their endurance, and make sure that at the end of it all, we make education a true instrument for radical socio-economic transformation.
Now, HOD, also we see that there's progressed learners and without progressed learners, and the percentages there. Just tell us, what's the difference? You know, what do we mean by with progressed learners and without progressed learners?
Progressed learners are learners who actually would have failed grade 11 twice because of our strategy as the department, ably led by DPME. We give them a chance to get to matric. So it is still our fiduciary responsibility to pass those learners. I think we have perfected the craft and perfected the art. If we can look at the national picture, the difference between the progressed learners countrywide and the non-progressed learners pass rate is just 1.4%. It tells you that a progressed learner, if well supported, is in with a proper chance of succeeding. Now with us, we have passed the most number of progressed learners, I believe, in the country. And without progressed learners, we are now at 89.8%. We are 0.2% shy of 90%. And then also without progressed learners, we are 86.1%. And I must mention, last year we were at 88.2%. And because of challenges that we'll allude to as we actually deliver our speeches on different strategies and how certain challenges were mitigated, you will still see that 86.1%, nobody has ever been here. We're still the first ones to be at 86.1%, and we'll take it anytime.
Thank you very much, HOD. Yes, that's the HOD for education here in the Free State, and that is Thabo Mabogoane. I don't know if you've noticed in the back, students, or rather grade 12 learners from 2017, very excited to be here. They're just about to receive their recognition. But for now, we'll just go into the news headlines. With that, it's back to you in the studio.